All right. Good night, guys. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Depends on what time of the day you see this video. I want to say hi and got a public announcement. All right. So this week we will only be out doing the Little highlights work up until Wednesday. Why? Because this week is my wedding anniversary week. All right. It's going to be 7 years since me and Fiona got married, and this week I'll be cutting off, taking a break, starting Thursday. All right. So then, this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday being the final day, and that's it. All right. So if you're a person, one of those persons who normally get adult diapers from us, you normally get chucks, you normally get underpads, wipes, or even you want to do bed rental, you will need to do so before Thursday. All right, because Thursday I'll be taking a well desired break. All right, because this is our wedding anniversary. Last year I was a total flop. And so I had promised my wife that this year, 2026, I will do my best to cut off early so that I can focus on, creating that special day, that special occasion for her for this year, our wedding anniversary, 2026. All right. So again, guys, I'm only going to be out doing the little highlights work Monday, which is today, tomorrow, Tuesday, and the final day, Wednesday. So, again, if you need to get your adult diapers supplies, please do so before Thursday. Also, we have received a barrel of brand new wigs for persons who are doing chemotherapy, and they have lost their hair, their head bar like mine, but we want to give people back their dignity and make them feel good about themselves. Thanks to some Belizeans in California who has decided to close down the store for some reason. Business wasn't that going good. They decided that, let's send these wigs to Ladyville Highlights and have him distribute in Belize to ladies, women who have lost their hair during chemotherapy, and we thank them. We thank them tremendously for this blessing, because cancer is on the rampage here in our country, Belize. All right. Somewhere in some corner, maybe your neighbor, maybe one of your even family member is suffering from cancer. All right. The rate of cancer in Belize has certainly skyrocketed alongside dialysis. We are seeing now far younger people, younger patients who are going on dialysis, and it's a very, very expensive procedure to be on dialysis, because I think it was 200 a session at one facility, and now it's 230 at that facility, and the other more sophisticated or advanced facilities are charging 250 a session. So we are seeing a lot of health issues that we normally would see in older folks are now crossing over into the younger population of our country, Belize. All right, so young people, you need to take care of your health, protect your health. Your health is the greatest wealth you ever have, because when you lose it, like so many dialysis patients, it's a struggle to find that 250 every 3 days to do dialysis, because we have seen several patients of ours who we have assisted them with getting the finance needed for dialysis. So it's a very scary thing. All right, so this Wednesday is my final day for this week to do Ladyville Highlights work throughout the country, I believe. And for people who don't know, we help people as far as Corozal and as far as Cayo and down south all the way to Punta Gorda. All right. You see some stuff that we post on our YouTube page, Leadville Highlights, and if you aren't following us, I recommend and I suggest follow us on Leadville Highlights YouTube so you can stay up to date with what's happening. But we have been doing so much. Not everything makes camera. For example, if you come and you need a wig because you're doing chemotherapy or your family member needs a wig, we give those free of cost. All right, we will provide it to you free of cost, and there will be no video taking, no picture taking. You want the wig? Here is the wig. Shake hands, you're good to go. But no video taking, no picture taking to receive a wig. All right. The rest of the wigs that we have will be then eventually turned over to the Cancer Society of Belize, or some will be going to the oncology department at KHMH, all right, because they know they have day-to-day direct contacts with persons who go to do chemotherapy. All right, so we are just instruments. We are just instruments in this big, you would say what, in this big arena of choices where people can get assistance from, because there's also the human services. I have friends over there. Women's department, I have a lot of friends over there. I have a lot of friends at palliative care. We have Care Belize. We also have Belize Red Cross. So all of us are doing the same thing on different scope, but we respect each other. And many times when people ask me for a wheelchair, I recommend them to Belize Red Cross. Or if they want another medical stuff, Rotary for Belize, they sometimes have medical stuff, walkers, wheelchair, and so forth on their side. So we're all working for the same good of helping our fellow Belizeans. All right. There'll be we will not be taking any more stories on after Wednesday. All right. So if you call and you realize that we aren't answering you, I have to take a break. All right, I have to take a break, guys. I'm out literally every day, and every day is a different story. Every day we meet different people with different issues. Some are medical, some has to do with helping their children get prepared for back to school. Some situations are social. It's a lot that we deal with, but we try our best to help out people and their families and their loved ones to get the relief and the comfort they need during the time of struggle that they face. So the last day for us will be this Wednesday. All right, this Wednesday will be our last day. Again, the wigs are all free, guys. Remember, don't feel ashamed to come and ask for a wig. We have them. They come along with the shampoo and the conditioner to keep them and treat them looking nice and clean. All right, so don't be afraid to ask for them. Finally, Leadville Highlights platform is a platform that is completely different from all the major platforms and social media outlets on Facebook and YouTube. All right, I've always said that Breaking News Belize, Hot Off the Press, and those guys are doing an excellent job. Love FM, Channel 5, Channel 7. These guys are doing an excellent job in news reporting, current events in our country. But on our side, we don't really focus on murders, on shootings, stabbings, killings. We don't promote that because there are people who are doing an excellent job at that. What we do, we try to bring relief. We try to bring help and assistance, and we try to change the circumstances under which a lot of our Belizean people are struggling. All right. And when I say struggle, not because somebody put on a uniform and goes to a workplace in a nice office setting, 8 to 5, does not mean that they're not struggling. Then they struggle too. They are struggling too. I know several government workers. As a matter of fact, For the past 2 weeks, I've been receiving a lot of text messages crying out for assistance, help, support from people who have good jobs. And I'm telling you about people who serve this country as police officers, people who serve this country as protectors of our borders, BDF, nurses, the ones who serve us in the hospital. These people are human too. They are human too, and they are going through sometimes struggles worse than the person who think that, oh, they have struggles too. They have struggles too. I know some struggles of student nurses who have to travel from Belize to Belmopan to do their classes. Besides that, they have to balance the home life, make sure the bills, the water, the light, cable, everything is paid, internet, and also to be able to make sure that there's food in the fridge. It's a lot. It's a lot. So when these people reach out to me and say, Mr. Magdaleno, I would like your support, but I don't want to put my face out there because everybody knows that I'm a teacher, everybody knows that I'm a police officer, or they know that I work with government, and then I might say a lot of things to say. Everybody is facing some form of difficulty and struggle right now in their life. That's just how life is right now. And if you think, say, the people in the diaspora in USA aren't struggling, they got their own share of strugglings going on over there too. For example, we used to receive barrels, sometimes 3 barrels a week. That has dwindled down tremendously because why? Life has changed in the US for many of these people. All right? The cost of stuff, the cost to ship stuff to Belize has gone up in some places. All right? So the people who normally would send us adult diapers in different sizes, as of late, I haven't had adult Pampers in extra large nor large for a long, long while. All right, because people are finding it difficult now to send these stuff to us because of the different challenges they are personally facing out there in USA. All right, so when people call and say, Mr. Albert, you don't get no extra large Pampers, nope. These people, our senders, our donors, have their own different challenges that they face in New York, in Los Angeles, and whatever states they are. They have the challenges too. All right? So our platform was designed, and our platform, like what they, under the inspiration of God, says, you will see how much people I will bless through you. And since 2017 till now, 2026, everything that God has said, I have seen and witnessed for myself. I have seen many miracles occur through this Ladyville Highlight platform. I have seen some situations for person change so fast and so quick. It only has to be divine intervention that creates and causes these things to happen so fastly. You know? So our platform, guys, you won't be hearing us promoting negativity. You won't be hearing us doing a lot of things that other platforms do. No. We're not into that. We're into, like we says, making a difference in the lives of others and changing lives. And myself and the donors, our donors, you guys are the true heroes, and you guys are the true, what you say, star of Ladyville Highlights. Not myself. I'm just another human being who allowed God to use me to run this program and bring a blessing in the lives of many people who truly deserve and seek a blessing. All right, so we are happy that our donors, despite the challenges that is happening in America, our donors still send, they still provide, and because donors still open their hearts to bless fortunate people in Belize, we are able to then likewise, pass on that blessing to persons who truly need it the most. All right. Um, after our wedding anniversary, we go back to regular Ladyville Highlights programming, and our next village, I am putting my eyes on Progresso Village. So, if anybody knows the chairman of Progresso, they can call me so we can start early arrangements to visit Progresso Village. The reason why we didn't visit any villages as of late was because we were short on men clothing. We had received some men clothes because we don't want to go to a village and have baby clothes, woman clothes, lady clothes, picnic clothes, but no man clothes. That not come off nice. All right. So we didn't do no village giveaway last month, no, the month before that, because we were low on men clothes. All right. But thanks for everybody who still donates to us. I still have some stuff to pick up from people. I have several pickups to do, but with all that's happening, sometimes my hands are full. And if you ever get a chance to be with me during the course of the day, you would see how busy and how much calls I get for the day. All right, different people who want to see us, people who want to talk, people who want to discuss, explain their story and their situation. All right, but our platform is designed, it was created and inspired by God to be a platform that will help our poor people of our country, make a difference in the lives of our people, and give people faith and hope that God still works miracles. That's it right this up. Long and short of the whole story. God still works miracles, and Jehovah God wants to do a miracle in somebody's life all the time. As long as we are open and willing to accept Him, He will do a miracle in our lives. So, as I end this, I want to ask for prayers for one of our donors from New York City, husband and wife. Their son is ailing with cancer, prostate cancer. All right, and the doctors have told them that the situation doesn't look too promising. So, if you're a true follower of Ladyville Highlights, we want to ask you to please lift up Mr. and Mrs. Wallace in USA with their child who is not feeling too well. All right, battling cancer. We ask for prayers for them. And finally, one of my friends lost her son last week. All right, Miss Pamela and her husband. They are my friends from Ladyville. Their dad runs the Shell gas station in Ladyville. And earlier last night, I was speaking with Pam by cell phone, and she said, Mr. Albert, it hurt to lose her only child, the love of her life, her son. And I told her, Pam, with time, God will give you the healing that you are seeking and deserve. All right, she just lost her only child, she and her husband, and so the grief of losing a loved one for her is really taking a toll on her. And I said, Pam, we're going to pray for you and keep you in our prayers. So I ask you guys from Ladyville Highlights, all our supporters at home and abroad, to please pray for Miss Pam and her husband on the loss of their son, and to also pray for Mr. and Mrs. Wallace in New York City. Their son, doctor says that it doesn't look good for them, but we ask God to give them the strength, to accept what is it that they cannot change, but that, know that in the end, all things work out for good for those that love the Lord. So, taking my anniversary break, starting this Thursday. So if you need to get any stuff from me, if you need to give me a story, if you need me to create anything for you, please do so before this Thursday, because after that, I'll be on break. Anniversary break. Take care, guys.